It's April the 9th, and this is your Pacific Palisades Real Estate Market Update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty, and I sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. But first, a quick shout out to my daughter, Chloe. Happy 22nd birthday. Here's this week's important market activity in the Palisades. There are 272 properties on the market. Of those, 198 are lots and 74 are existing homes. Since the fire, 597 properties have sold. Of those, there's 456 are lots, so mostly lots, but 141 are existing homes. 51 properties in escrow right now. Of those, 38 are lots and 13 are existing homes. Let's go to the alphabet streets. In the land listing categories, 12 lots on the market right now. 105 have sold since the fire started and averaging $290 a foot. By the way, the average for all the Palisades since the fire, $254. There are 6 lots in escrow in the alphabets and just sold 1027 Hartzell. This is a 5,200 footer sold for $1,850. So you can see that price has, I keep saying that price crept up from the bottom. Just listed 1018 Kagawa. That's a 7,200 square foot lot listed for $2,249 or $312 a foot. Now you can see the price average $290, $312. It's in the trading range, probably on the higher side, but in the trading range. 1031 Hartzell also just listed, a 5,200 footer coming. It's listed at $1,850, $356 a foot. Now that's on the high side, but I've seen them selling for that. In fact, I just sighted one just then, right next door. So I guess he's got his comp ready. All right, above the alphabet streets, existing homes. 4 properties on the market right now. 1 has sold. Wow, okay. And just listed 14929 Whitfield. Now this is a 1950 vintage, 1,850 square feet, and it's on a 6242 foot lot. It is really nicely redone. Now it's an original like cottage layout, but beautifully updated. So if you want to, like, you know, check in, be one of the first ones in the village, this is a good way to go. Okay, this week in the Via Bluffs land listings, 26 properties on the market right now. 73 have sold since the fire, coming in at an average of $304 a square foot. 6 are in escrow. And just sold 646 Via de la Paz, and this is a 6,000 square foot lot, sold for $2.2 or $367 a foot. So this is up a little bit. Now remember, this average of 300 is including the upper and lower sections of the Via Bluffs. So it's a little lower on the lower end of things. Just sold 15531 Bowdoin. Now this is in the lower section, okay? So you'll see what I'm talking about here. This is a 6,000 square foot lot selling at $254 a foot. So you can see what I'm talking about. That was probably a pretty good buy, I think, for $254. And that was a little bit of an irregular shaped lot, but very close to the high school if you got high schoolers. Okay. In the Huntington land listings this week, 9 properties on the market, 36 have sold since the fire. The average price per square foot, $424 a foot. So just sold 15014 Sunset Boulevard. Now, of course, Sunset's going to be a little different than being, you know, inside the Huntington a little bit. So you'll see that on the pricing here. 6,900 square foot lot. Sold for $1,430 or $217 a foot, so it's about half price almost. But you are on Sunset Boulevard, you know, which is busy. Just listed 771 Ocampo, a 7,200 footer, which is a little on the smaller side for the Huntington. The Huntington starts about 8,000 square feet as a rule. This is listed for $3,950 or $549 a foot. Anyway, that property, it's nice. It's closer to the park, but it is a little bit smaller than most. It's a little bit of an odd shape in the back. So I don't know, 359. I think that's a little aggressive. Okay, in the Santa Monica Canyon existing homes this week, 13 properties on the market. 36 have sold since the fire. 2 are in escrow right now. And we have just sold 711 Kingman, sold for $4.1 million. And that's a 6,500 square foot lot. I don't have the square footage on that house. And now we have also just listed 439 Mesa. Oh, wow. This is a little, slightly under 1,000 square foot house. And it's tucked up behind a front house. So you are a little removed from Mesa and tucked up, so you'll get some nice canyon views. Listed for $2 million, but it's only a 1,000 square foot house. Just sold 215 Entrada, sold for 1.7. That is a little over 1,000 square foot house. Been nicely kind of tricked out a little bit. Sits right on the channel there. The lot's kind of cozy at 3,800 square feet, but you can just easy little walk down to the fun restaurants down there. You go under the underpass. You're right at the bike path, the beach. It's a great lifestyle spot. Let's go to the El Medio Bluffs in the land listings. 10 active properties on the market right now, and 26 have sold since the fire. 2 are in escrow. The average price per square foot in there, $285 a foot. And just listed, 680 Palmera. Oh, well, my goodness. Listed for just under $900,000. What an entry-level buy. Now, this is close up to Northfield, so you're kind of getting close up there to Sunset and stuff. And it is a downhill lot, so there isn't a lot of flat land. But you're at $900,000. It's a great entry-level possibility. And it's very canyon-y feeling living right there. And now we're going to the El Medio Bluffs existing homes. 5 homes on the market right now. 11 have sold since the fire. And we have just listed 530 Arbramar. This is a 2017 build, almost 4,400 square foot house on a almost 7,100 square foot lot, listed for right under $7 million. You know, I don't know. I like that it's a really nice house. I'm just not sure that I'm down with the $7 million, but we'll see what happens. Feels a little rich. Let's go to the El Medio, Upper El Medio, I should say, land listing category. There are 10 lots on the market right now. 13 have sold since the fire. And the average price up there, $173 a foot. Just sold, 1210 Los Lomas Place. This was a great buy. Wow, listen to this. Okay, this sold for $1,225,000. It's an 11,760 square foot lot. Not all of that flat, but a lot of it was. Wow, and the house across the street is on the market for close to I think in the 7s. So this is somebody got a fantastic buy here. Just listed 1018 Maroney Lane. This is a 19,500 square foot lot. Not all of it's flat. Wow, how much? 60%? 65? I don't know, something like that. Listed for $3,895. I don't know. Feels a little aggressive there. Just sold 1322 Las Pulgas Road, sold for $1,650. This is a 12,000 square foot lot. And a lot of that was flat, and it does have some views, and I believe there's still a pool existing on the property. So, you know, you have to build around it, but not a bad play. $1,650. I like that. That was actually a pretty decent buy. All right, in the Las Casas Loop land listings this week, 9 properties on the market right now. 11 have sold since the fire, 3 are in escrow. And the average price per square foot there, $212 a foot. So it's a nice value right there on that loop. And just sold 353 North Las Casas. Wow, check this out. This was listed at for $1.2 million, and I remember saying, wow, what a great buy. And it went over at 1,470. So I was kind of right there. That's 6,000, almost 5,900 square foot lot, coming in at $249 a foot. And just listed 566 North Las Casas, listed for $1,295. This is a 6,656 square foot lot. Now, this is a pretty nice buy. Now this is getting back towards getting closer to Sunset, so you get some environmental effect there from being so close to Sunset, a little bit of traffic noise and whatnot. So it's not too bad because it's on the other side of the street, but there's some effect. All right, let's go to the Marquez Knolls land listings this week. 43 lots on the market, a lot to choose from in the Marquez Knolls. 84 have sold since the fire, 9 are in escrow. Very active area there. So just listed 850 Jaycon Way, listed for $1,750,000. It's coming in at 13.3 thousand square foot lot. Not all that's flat. 60%, something like that. I don't know. 1,750 might be a touch high. 1,6910 Dulce Inez. That's back on the flats, right behind the Marquez School there. This is listed for $1,469. It's 6,554 square foot lot, or $224. So it's a little on the high side. 16814 Bollinger Drive is listed for $1,595. I like this buy. It's almost 8,100 square foot lot. I think it's all usable, and a little under $200,000. I'm sorry, $200 a foot. $197. Good buy. Let's go to the Marquez Knolls existing homes category this week. 4 homes on the market. 14 of those 14 properties there have sold. 3 are in escrow, and just sold 735 Lockman Lane. Okay, a buddy of mine sold this. I think he did him a pretty good deal here. It sold for $3,965, almost 3,700 square feet, and in nice shape. And it had nice views and a nice lot and a pool. You know what? It was a pretty good package. I liked it. We're going to the Highlands existing homes category now. 9 homes on the market right now. 20 have sold since the fire. 3 are in escrow, and just sold 1387 Avenida de Cortez. Sold for $2.3. That was the asking, and that was 2,950 square foot house in real nice shape. Had nice new floors. Nice look, I mean, the kitchens and baths were a little more original, but it did show really well. And that's on a 6,650 foot lot. It's one of those little walk streets. Very pleasant for 2.3. And just sold 1347 Avenida de Cortez. Also sold for, wow, a 1,873. This was 2,400 square foot house on a 7,260 lot. Also showed pretty nicely. All right, Casa Lamar. Land listings this week, 13 properties on the market up there. 15 have sold, and we have 2 properties on Puerto Marina, side by side, just went on the market, 1.4 and 1.5. They're very, similar, 4,000 and 4,400 square foot lots. Now this is almost one of the very first lots on Puerto Marina. As you go up the ramp there, I call it, of Puerto Marina, 2 lots right there. You know what? You're going to have fabulous views. You're going to probably have some site work to deal with there. And you will ultimately, when they're finished, you want to make sure you're really well insulated and double paned and all that, because you will get some highway noise. But killer views and an easy to get to location right up the ramp. We're going to go to Sunset Mesa land listings this week. 13 properties on the market up there right now, vacant lots. 25 have sold since the fire. 3 are in escrow. And just listed, I like this buy, 18174 Kingsport Drive. It's a 6140 square foot lot. Now this is on the view side of Kingsport. Okay, so you've got the other side where you get maybe the 2-story houses. This side you can only put 1-story houses, but I think your views are a little more open on this side, so you get good views for 1.4. And this had a 1787 square foot house on it, so add 10% to that, you know, for ease. So what's that? Another like close to 200, so 18 plus 2. You'll be a little under 2,000 square feet up there. And this week in the Sunset Mesa existing homes, 1 on the market. Here it is. I'm sorry. There's 1 on the market and 14 have sold. And one of those sold is this one just sold, 3444 Cloudcroft Drive. This was 2140 square feet, okay, in pretty nice shape with a really nice yard and a nice view looking down the coast. It's really more to the east and south slightly. Okay, 6,800 square foot lot. This sold for 2,610. Wow. Okay, so that was a pretty good buy because it had a pretty nice view and nice yard. And last but not least, in the Malibu Beach land listings, 23 have sold since the fire. There are 38 properties on the market, and this one just sold. 20214 Pacific Coast Highway. This is a little past Big Rock as you're heading, you know, up or west, it really is, towards Dukes. And this is a 33-foot frontage lot. That beach, you could call it Las Flores or some call it Dog Beach. And that sold for $1.7 million, okay? And it had a 1,200 square foot property house on it. This property sold, for context, this property sold in 2017 for $1,750,000 with a house on it. All right, I hope this information has been helpful to you. And if you're looking to find your perfect property, you know what? I look at more property than just about anyone. Or if you're thinking of selling, I've negotiated some of the toughest markets that have been around. So call me. I'm here to help you too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.